Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so we're going to start with just palpar key. So if we go into key Majasana palpar key, okay, left arm's going to be up. So we're going to slowly exchange our hands by the count. So we're going to work elbow to elbow, and then we're just going to exchange as we go. So by the count, hana, 2, set, yeah, that's. So one count, one punch. So by the count, hana, 2, set, yeah, that's, yes, elbow, yo, hop, yo. So here, if you turn to your left, 45 degrees. Okay. So for the first count, we're going to do Chundan Sudamaki, crossing our hands and defend. Okay, second count, Chula Chundan Kongik, reverse punch. So by the count, 2, 2. So we're working on going, if you just bring the screen down circles, okay? Working with our stance of going on our heels as we switch. So you see how your whole body moves. If you just go on your toes, you end up kind of going on the spot. So we're working on moving our heels. Okay, go back up inside. So again, Chundan Sudama. On the heels. 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2. And here, Yok Sudamaki. Reach hand. So thumb on the inside, reach hand. Next count, Tura Yok Suda Kongyuk. Reverse reach hand. Again with the thumb on the inside. Okay. So by count, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2. It's the cutting reach hand, like going forwards rather than the swinging reach hand. Okay. 2, 2. So from here, Sandan Maki. Sandan Maki, there, Tura, Sandan Kongik. Okay, Tura Sandan. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2. Back to the center. Right foot back, spine start. Up Pororiki. Up Pororiki. Front stretch. Right. 2. Set. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hop. Show. Just go. Okay, same again. Up Pororiki. Front stretch kick. 2. Set. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yo. Yo. Hop. Yo. Hop. Excellent. So we're going to start working today on, put the screen up a little bit, if that's okay. A little bit on what we call drag back kicks. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a sparring stance. We're going to drag our leg back. Okay, so it's kind of a retreating motion. So depending on what kick you want to use determines whether your hip is sideways or whether your hip is forwards. Okay, so we're going to work a drag back inside to out kick. All right, so we're going to drag back and then kick off the front leg. Okay, so you sort of slide and kick. It's much easier to kick when your stance is quite high with this particular kick. So the more upright you are, the easier it is to lift your leg. The more lower you are, the harder it is to lift your leg. So we're just going to drag back. So our feet are basically together. And I tend to come up, if you've been down to the feet, sir, I tend to come back on the ball of my foot. It allows it to be, this leg to be nice and light. If you flatten the foot on there, there's more weight going forward. So from the side view, drag is kind of this Very, very, very short back stance. Almost straight leg, little bend in this leg. Okay, thank you, sir. So we're going to work drag back, inside to out kick. Again, this is more designed to clear someone's guard than it is to actually strike them. Okay, so we're gonna glide our leg back like this, and then kick, and then finish in our stance. So right leg inside to out kick. So by the count. Set. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh. Elbow. Go. So again, same thing again, we're just going to glide back. Again, the angle of the hip is basically sideways on. Again, you can turn your body as you kick to let that inside to out kick come through. So again, from the sparring stance, a little bit of a turn of the shoulder to allow you to bring your leg up to kick. Okay. Set. Kick. Net. That's. Sit. Yes. Last one. Change. Drag back front kicks. Again. And kick. Okay, so we're dragging our hips back, pulling our hip in here, and kick. Drag, and kick. Just off that lead leg. So it'll be the right leg that's going to throw that kick. So, dragging back, creating a little bit of space. Step back. Set. Yeah. Yes. Sit. Yes. Last one. Yep. Chase. Yep. So again, we're dragging the hip back, lifting, striking, and foot comes back down. Good. Set. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You. And bottom. Okay, so this time we're going to work on a drag back of a roundhouse kick. Okay, but we're going to drag back this way, lift, and rotate to kick this way. Okay, so we lift and then turn and foot back down again. Okay, so drag back forwards, lift and turn, and put our foot back down again. Okay, so by the count, up, and roundhouse kick. So the key really is to turn that standing foot forwards, okay? As when you drag back and you lift your leg up, it's your standing foot on the floor pivoting forwards that's going to allow this hip to come round. So really kind of think of that, forcing that heel down. Okay? So, yeah. Yes. Yes. Go. Again, drag back, lift and pivot, turn and kick. Set, drag, and kick. Yeah, drag, Yes, and shoot. Yes, shoot. More. Yep. Shoot. Okay, excellent. So let's work on, we're going to work on the Subak Do Kichos, this like basics. We've been doing the, we did taco ship last time, the beat the drum. We're going to go back to the first ones, which is the Kwak series of our 3 steps. So not 3 steps, Kichos. So we're going to work on this movement followed by this movement. So we'll do it a few times first, and I'll kind of break down some of the techniques. So, okay, so we're going to start by just stepping forwards here with our right hand on top. Jan Kat One Convent. Jan Kat One Convent. Okay. So here, right hand, hip in, this way. Jan Kat One Convent. So from this position, we bring our stance back. Okay, if you need to take a little step, you rotate and create this movement. Rotate. If you have a look behind you, you can see this arm is at the same level as this arm. And then if you step back to your stance, good, and then bowl. So we'll just do a few one side and a few another side at the end of the space. Okay, so again, step. 1, good. And then roll back, 2, and spin. And create that stance. And step back, and step back. Good. Okay, so first position of what we do when we go forwards. Footwork wise, okay, we tend to turn, bring the hip in, and we push with the hip this way. Okay, so in this position we come in and we push this way. Okay, so let's just work on that movement. As you do that movement here, you bring the arm, you bring this right arm in. So we're almost doing this. Okay, body in, and then out as we do that Jan Kat. First position from Chumbi, we're going to bring our right arm in, we're going to pull this left hip in. Hana, 1. Okay, from there I want you to push your hips forwards and then step forwards, 2, step forwards. Good, and then rotate back and then turn. Jan Kat. Yeah. And step back and step back. Good. Okay, let's do it one more time. So again from this position, contract, Hana, 1. And then 2. This way. Good. And then back and then turn. Lovely. Yes. And then step back and step back. So notice you're not angling off like this. That happens a lot, but we're not doing it. We're literally doing this, bringing our hip in. We're doing this kind of motion here. So from the side view, so this knee's actually facing forwards. This way. Okay. Now we know that, we're going to focus not on throwing the lead arm forwards because that's not the technique. It's pulling the rear arm this way. That is the technique that we're really working on, this motion here. All right? So if I just show you for a second, as we come in here, I'm thinking more about this and pushing the hip this way. And now I'm thinking about this or this. If that makes sense, yeah? So think about your left side of your body. So if we do this motion here, it's more rear side as we go. Okay, so first position, in. Now pull that left hand, push that left hip, 2, out. So from there, roll back and rotate. Lovely. Step back. So the whole idea of a Jan Kat one is more the rear hip and the rear arm doing the work and the lead arm and the lead. So let's go again. Okay. So Hana in. And then pull, 2, out. With the back. And then rotate, way around. Back. Step back. Okay. So let's work on Jan Kat. We'll do it like 3 or 4 times, then we'll swap sides. Okay. So we'll do the whole thing. We'll do the Kwak 1, and we'll rotate, and we'll do the movement 2 as well. Okay. 2. 1, 2. Lovely. And then step back and step back. Good. And again. 1, 2. And then back Excellent, guys. Good. Set. 1, 2. Sit. Step back. Step back. That's 1. Yank up. 1, 2. Step back. Step back. Lovely. So, opposite side. Same thing off the right side. We're going to bring our hips in here. So left arm on top, and we're going to pull the right arm, and we're going to pull the right hip. Okay, so let's do the first position where we contract our body here, and then we're going to expand it as we go. So, chumbi. Okay. In. 2. 1. Back and rotate. 2. And the arm now. Okay. Step back. Step back. Good. Chubby. Okay. Contract. In. Oops, sorry, wrong arm. 1. Good. And 2. And step back. And step back. So the difference between a yuck row movement and a normal block is the angle of your stance. So with a normal block, we talk about the triangle being, if you go down to the feet, sir, okay, that one leg is at the top of the triangle and the other leg is at either end of the corner of the triangle. Doesn't work for this particular technique. Basically, it's on a straight line. So the stance is actually one foot directly in line with the other. And that's the movement for this movement here. That's why in the stance, you have your knee just in line with your other knee and you push forwards to create an incredibly narrow stance. And then when you step and rotate, that's when you can create a bigger stance. Does that make sense? Yep. So again, we're going to go back on that right side again. So legs quite close together. So in, and push 2, 1, and then 2, turn, rotate. Lovely. Just check behind you, put your arms up, back, back. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, last time. Jan Kwak Inborn, first season of Smash series. Okay, in, 2, 1, 2, step back, good. So we're going to work number 2, which is a single followed by a double hammer. Okay, so we're going to step forwards from this position into single hammer, double hammer. So this is a slightly not so narrow stance, all right, slightly wider stance. So as we step forwards, 1, okay, to front stance, and rotate 2 in the double hammer. Okay, so from here, guys, chumbi. Right foot steps forward, right hand hammer. 1, 2, and 2. Excellent. Step back. Single hammer, double hammer. 2, 1, 2. Good. And step back. Excellent. Set, set. 1, 2. Step back. Yeah. 1, 2. Set. Step back. Does. 1, 2. Step back. So what you can do is you can create momentum for the second hammer fist, okay, by dragging this quickly down, and that allows this to come through a little bit more. Okay. Think of the primary use of this technique is to strike, not necessarily to strike, but to get a connection with your partner. So if I do, sorry, Seth, if I bring Master Bob in, okay, and I'm on a sparring stance, I'm looking at this to get a connection with his arm. If you block it, I know he's going to block it, and that's when you grab and then you pull this over and you strike down on the shoulder here or the back of the head. But I need this to be quite strong to allow this to come through, if that makes sense, yeah? So think of this as a connection. Think of this as the actual strike. Okay? We'll do a couple more with the right side. Set. 1, two, strong. Good. Excellent. And then step back. And last one. Okay. 1, 2, shoot. Okay, so this time we're going to do right hand side. Right hand side. So again, not too narrow with your stance, because it's difficult then to get the reverse through, but not too wide. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. And just check your position of your hands, make sure they're in line. And then step back. Good. Okay, left. 1, 2, shoot. 2, 3. Step back. Excellent. Good. Again, don't forget to pull the arm back as you step. This here, this arm goes back and then drops, and that's when you go for the second move. Set. Shoot. And through. Good. Step back. Lovely. What? Yeah. Shoot. And over. Good. And step back. Super. Okay, so what cook salmon, number 3, is 2 doubles and a single. So the stance can be quite narrow for this one. So again, what we're doing is we're going to come sort of this over motion here, and single motion here. So it's 2 double hammers followed by a single hammer to finish. All right? Usually when we go forwards in Kwak cook, the arm comes on top and we do this motion. But for this particular movement, the arm kind of needs to come from below. So we're kind of going over the top of our head, and we're going over the top of our head with the front, and it ends up looking like this circular motion. Okay, so think of it coming from the floor across, with the other arm going over your head and creating a maximum kind of lift when we do this movement here. Okay, so it should be, right hand, right foot stepping forward. Shoot, 1, 2, shoot. Single, set, shoot. Good. And then step back. Lovely. And that's Kwak cook salmon. Kwak cook salmon. Number 3. And again, chubby. There you go. Coming on again. Chubby movements. Okay. And again, we can take a slight little pivot now, like we did before, to create that step. Okay, so with the first one, we don't need to turn sideways because obviously we're going forwards. But for this one, there's a little bit of a turn to bring the shoulder round and to bring the hip round, if that makes sense, yeah? Okay. 2, shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Step. So what a lot of these hammer fists are, they're not strikes, they're clearing motions. So I'm removing a limb, striking, removing a limb, striking. So they have a double meaning. Okay, so front arm clears, rear arm strikes. Okay, front arm clears, rear arm strikes. And that's how it works. Okay, so again, carrying on with our right side. Set, shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Yeah, back. Okay, and everyone's got that little step to the side now to set the angle up for the strike. Okay, yeah, shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Yeah. Back. Good. Last one. Samrokyo. Sorry, my dog's coming on me and I do apologise. Okay. And then last one. Just shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Super. Okay, so on the left hand side, same thing again. We're going to go left arm below, right hand on top, and that's when you can do that lovely Jan Kondo movement. Okay, so chumi. Left side. Shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Back. Excellent, that's good. Okay, in chumi position. Turn to set the hip. Shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Excellent. Back. And again on the left side. Set. Shoot. 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 Yep. Okay, so hip position. Think about letting your hips kind of lead the movement. So as you do the first one here, okay, You want to bring this hip in if you can as you bring that arm down. And again, you push your hip out here as this comes over the top. Right? So as the second strike comes in, the lead hip comes in, and as the last strike comes over, the lead hip comes out. And that's that contraction and expansion motion that you're looking for in the technique. So all off that front hip mainly, because the stance is so narrow, it can only go in and come out rather than twist side to side. Okay, so think of it as an accordion, in, out, this way. And again, off the left-hand side. One. Now bring the hip in, two, push it out, set. Turn. Oh, so it's a single, my mistake. Okay, let's do two more. Good. Jan Kwanda. Excellent. So what again can help you get your hip out is this pulling motion here. That will allow you to bring your hip through as well. So as long as the opposite side of the body is pulling back, it's easier then to release this hip for the last Jan Kwanda. Okay. So again, last move, last one on the left hand side. Shoot one, shoot two, shoot three, and down. Good. And bottom. So let's go back to a few kicks again. All right. So let's work on slow kicks today. Slow kicks. So we're going to work on the Dori or Chagi kick. So just bring the screen down. So, perfect. That's great. A little bit higher. So we're going to do super slow kicks for this part of the class. So working on mainly twisting and opening the hips. We did cross-leg stance on Monday, where we opened the hips. So we're just going to work on bringing the leg up, slow extension, and bringing the leg back. Okay, so we're just going to work on, you've got Hin Cho Chung in 8 key concept, which is control of power. So it really is about rotating your hips, bringing your shoulder through. If you lift up the screen. So first count we're going to do, we're just going to come in and bring our hip out in this position. Okay? So I get extend and pull back. Good. And again, and now 2, up, extend, and back. Okay? Let's see if we can do it now as one move, right? And back. So it's all nice and slow, but nice and controlled. Okay? Set. Yeah. Yes. So again, it doesn't have to be particularly high, just be nice. Yes. Nice and slow. That's what you. Change. Shoot. So let's break it down. First move. Left side round. 1. Extend and pull back. 2. Up. Extend. Pull back. Excellent. All the way through. All the way through with the roundhouse kick. Set. And pull back. Nice and it's kind of a slower kick, no power. Yeah. Turn. And back. Cancel. Turn. And back. Cancel. Turn. And back. So, turn. And back. Okay, so we change our stance. Okay, so. Same again, but this time I want you to keep your knee up as much as you can. So when you do the roundhouse kick here, when you pull back, see how my knee doesn't actually drop down until it goes past my hip. Like a lot of times when we roundhouse kick, we kind of drop it there and we step back, which is okay, but for correct technique, you shouldn't actually bring your knee down until it goes behind you, and that's when you drop it back to your stance. So we're literally doing this high knee, it lifts from the side here, it comes round, it comes back, and then it drops down behind. So now I want you to lift your roundhouse kick from there, and actually from there, pivot into the technique. Okay, so right from the side, that's where you get your maximum power from, rather than kind of bringing it through this way. That's the speed way, this is more the power way. Okay, so it's a much harder technique to do. So all the way through. Body return. And back. Yeah. 2. Back. Set. So it really relies on that back foot, that front foot turning around. Yeah. Turn. And back. Yes. Turn. And back. One more. Yes. Turn. And back. Good, and change. Go. It's really hard, this. Really hard. Okay. Again, from the side view. All the way through, all the way back. 2. All the way around, all the way back. Set. All the way around, all the way back. Yeah. Turn. And back. Toss. Yes. Good. Okay, so we're going to work on 3-step sparring today. Now we have been doing number 7. We're going to go back to number 5 today because it kind of works in with stepping backwards. All right. So I'm going to come forward a little bit to give you an idea of the first move that we're going to do. So you're going to start with your right foot back. Okay. And the first technique is imagine someone's punching to your body. You're going to bring your left leg around. Okay. So it'd be your right leg. It's right leg, isn't it? Sorry, right leg. Just trying to figure it out going backwards. So right leg back. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kick outside in, and then we're going to drag step back. Okay, to create a little bit of space. So right leg this way, turn, and step back. So you notice how the turn is bringing the knee around and stepping back down again. That's a nice, clear technique. Okay, so let's do the first movement. So if I show you from the back view, we're going to come around, outside in kick, turn, and step back. Okay, so by the count, right foot back. 1, turn, slide back. Good. Okay, so my computer's doing something silly. There we go. Okay, so go one more time. So again, foot comes forward, kicking back. Turn, step back. So we want to drag step to a back stance now. With adjust. Right, so as you do your outside in technique and you come back, just sit back in your full adjust or your back stance. All right. Again, right foot back. Set, so kick, turn, full adjust. Lovely. Now, next move is an inside to out kick off your left leg. All right. That requires you to drag step, what we talked about at the beginning of class, yeah? So you drag step, space here, and we up, and we step back, okay? So rather than coming down in front like we were doing at the beginning of the class, we drag back and turn our hips, we lift our leg up and we swing it all the way around, and we sit back down in back stance, okay? So from this position, on this sort of pucker, back. Yeah, excellent guys. Now the lead leg is going to come back like a drag step, and we're going to outside in kick. Both hands to your left hip. As you step forward, one comes high, one comes low. And this is the end of our technique. Okay, so we double strike technique. Okay, and that's 3-step number 5. So again, that's why I put it in today, because if we're doing drag steps, it helps you with getting your hips in the correct place. So again, if we start with right foot back, okay, we're going to do outside to in kick, step back and drag. 1, step back, drag into back stance. Good. From here, come round, drag step, inside out kick, 2, back, and drag it in. Lovely. Now from here, drag back and strike. Set. With both hands to your left hip, step forwards, double punch. And then Super. Okay, and that is number 5. So let's try it one move but at a time, yeah? So make sure we've got enough space. So right foot back. Okay, first count, outside to in kick. 1, step back and drag. Turn the hips, 2, back, lovely. Outside, step, outside in, and then step in. See ya. Now the double strike, I can show you from here. This arm does this. Okay, this movement here. Okay, so rather than being like a punch, it's like a move and a push. Move and a push. And then the other arm comes up over the top. So this does this motion, this one comes over this way. Okay? It has a multitude of applications. The first way I learned how to use it was a throw, or to throw someone. Okay, but again, it can be used as a punch. This is a clearing motion to clear the limb out of the way, and this is the overhand right strike. They call it like a rainbow punch. It's the same thing. Okay, so we're going to look at it from a striking point of view. So this is clearing the limb. This is striking the face. So again, from Chumbi, right foot back. Okay, outside to in kick. 1, and then step back, drag it back. 2, inside out, step back. So it's really hard for back starts to do an outside in kick. So you've got to drag it in and almost pop your hips up and do that motion there. That makes sense, yep. So from here, step in and pop. From there, strike. Good. Oh, excellent. Okay, let's work again. So I'll do it from the rear side now so you guys can see. Right foot back. Okay. First position. Hands outside in. Step back. Inside out. 2. Inside out. Step back. Set. Drag. Kick. The left hip. Strike. So, if you think about punches and what we're doing, okay. If I just borrow you for a second. We've just done the outside in kick. Hand out, sir. So we've done the outside in kick from here. Okay. Now, if Master Bob goes to punch, we kind of drop it down and we strike here. So this could be dealing with this other punch coming in. So what we've managed to do here, punch again, if we've cleared this, right? But he may throw a punch. As he does that, we kind of intercept it and we strike him with this punch here. So the punch is not straight, there's a slight turn this way, okay? And that's kind of the one way you can use, and again in sparring, if I just play against that, to go this way, okay? He's got his guard up. If I smash this down, I've got a good shot to his chin here, which is this motion, all right? So it's kind of one of my favorite punches, okay? Clear the arm, punch in this way. Okay, so let's do, we started doing Pyung E Dan. So I kind of want to carry on with the Pyung E Dan form that we sort of practiced last time before we do a little bit of conditioning. So coming to attention, jump. So we'll see how far we get with that. So first position, then we do the little side step, and then we do high-low block. Drop the hand down, cat stance, uppercut. Pull, side step, head. Looking over our right shoulder. 1, then arm down to the hip, 2, uppercut strike. Pull, head. Now we can take up. Think about yak pot a chai, side kick, kick, step, turn down to the left. Stepping forward, tips the hips, 1, 2, tips the hips, 2, Hwang Sudo or spear hand. Set, now looking over our back shoulder, turn down to my 1. Stepping 45 degrees, 2, strike it. And over our right shoulder, 1. Inside to out block. 45 degrees, 2. We're stepping forward with our left leg. We're blocking with our right hand. Good. Good. 3 techniques. First kick, left front kick. Ha! So left, right front kick. Left punch, left block. Good. Right kick, right punch. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And then right double middle block. Set. Shoot. Right double middle block. Looking over our left shoulder. We're going to turn 270. Low block, middle block. Right hand. So low block, middle block. Stepping 45 degrees, high punch. Shoot, shoot. High block, sorry. Turning, low block. 1, 2. 45 with a kick. High block. Set. Shoot. Good. So let's work on a little bit of conditioning, okay, to kind of finish off with. So start with the round kick up and down. So we've been doing that for the last couple of lessons. So again, we're not looking to build up, it's more strength and flexibility. So if you can find an area you can strike this way, you're just going to work up, down, this way, just going from the hip to the knee, back up again, just up and down. Again, that other heel is facing forwards to allow you to open your hips in this particular move. Okay, so if you turn to the side, let's have the right foot forwards, and just point the toes, so hana, do, set, yeah, lasso, lasso, yoga, yoga, hop, yo, yo, eat, sam, sam, oh, yep, chill, out, go, sit. Excellent. Change sides. Again, side, foot out, and hump, do, set, neck, yasu, yasu, yo, yo, up, yo, yo, eat. Sam, sap, oh, yep, chill, up, go, sit, rotate your hips, and do, set, neck change, and do, set, neck. Okay. So I call this one side kick ins and outs. So the idea with the side kick in and out is from the side kick position, you basically want to bring it all the way back, all the way out, all the way back, all the way out. So we're looking to go as far back as we can and just bring it out again. So rather than doing this motion that we're used to doing, we're going to bring it back and bring it out. Bring it back and bring it out. So it's a much bigger range of movement on a side kick. But what it does allow you to do is to side kick from a shorter distance. My instructor, this is one of his specialty kicks. So he would literally be, right here, this far away, which you think there's no way you can side kick from here, but he would bring his hip back and he would nail everyone with that side kick from this distance. Whereas usually if I tried to side kick, Master Bob would jam me. So from there he would boom, then bang with the side kick. So it's kind of a very short range kick. So if we find a position from the side now, heel forwards, if you get into the side kick position and then bring your knee back, we'll start from here. So we're going to attempt hana, back, 2, set, net, dasu, yasu, yoga. Yo, so kind of a hybrid between a back kick, a hop, and a side kick. Yo, good. If you swap sides, again, in the side kick position, we're going to put it back, hana, do, set, net, dasu, yasu, yoga, yoram, hop, yo. Excellent. Okay. So let's do some ab exercises. So we get one to yo. So we'll start with we'll do some crunches because crunches are a good exercise to do without damaging the back too much. So lying on your back, We do sets of set 4. The first 10 are going to be hands on temples. Second 10, cross your elbows, a bit more weight on your body. Third 10, to touch the knees. Fourth 10, to touch the toes. Okay, so we're working different parts. Hands on the temple. 1, 2, set, net. That's it. That's it. Move it. Look. Up. Yo, and cross the arms. Yo. Some. Sa. Up. Yo. Chill. Up. Good. Sit. Okay, to the left. Chill to the day. Sit. Net. That's it. That's it. Yo. Yo. Up. Your last 10 to the toes. 1, 2, set. Net. That's it. Yes. Yo. Yo. Up. Yo. And down. Okay. So, okay, we're just going to have a little stretch forwards. So feet in front, stretching forwards. So you can grab your toes. Okay. Or grab your ankles. You can grab your toes, just kind of pull your heels off the floor. So 1, 2, set. Net. That's it. That's it. Yo. Yo. Up. Yo. Jump up. We put our, a little bit lower with the screen, okay? Sure. We're going to put our right leg forwards, okay? Both hands on our right leg, stretching 1, 2, set, net, that's it, yes, two, yo, change, okay? 1, 2, set, net, that's it, yes, two, yo. Okay, and we're going to do the stretch out. Knee down. 1, 2, set, net. That's it. That's it. Good. Yo, bring the knee to the chest. 1, 2, set, net. That's it. That's it. Good. Yo, let's turn to the side. Do roundhouse kick position. 1, 2, set, net. That's it. That's it. Good. Yo, change. This time, knees facing forwards, just push the hips. 1, 2, set, net, that's it, that's it, good, yo, up, yo, knee, out towards the tummy or chest, 1, 2, set, yeah, that's it, good, yo, turn to the side, dorio jagi, or roundhouse kick position, 1, 2, set, yeah, that's it, good. Yeah. Again, we're going to put our right arm across the body. Again, scooping with the left side. So 1, 2, set. Yeah. That's it. Yes. Good. Good. Change to the other side. 1, 2, set. Yeah. So, that's it. Good. Good. We're going to stretch behind this time. Pulling on the triceps. 1, 2, set. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. And change. 1, 2, set. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. And just going to slowly reach forwards. Okay. Now, if you can stretch this far, that's fantastic. If you can get your hands on the floor, okay, the idea from there is to push your heels up to begin to stretch. 1, 2, set. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Good. Excellent, guys. I'm so guys, good class. So, some of you stop. So much. Well done, guys. Excellent today. Good class.